Long day it's been. A very long day, in fact, and as some of you keenly observed earlier when I was just at the curry house, Andy, you look knackered, and guess what, I am. And it's not finished yet. I've going to spend a little time talking to you, and then I'm off to bed, and I'm back on the road again at 3:30 in the morning, so not much time at all, really. Now, I've got somebody landing about 5, so at least that gives me a return again. That's not too bad. I've been a bit out of touch with the news today. I tried to get you some content on this morning, just to tell you a couple of bits that I've seen. Hello, Julie Baldwin. Hello, Helen Middleton. Who else have we got? Drift Wannabe. Evening to you. JPW. Hi, Gabster. Love it. Drift Wannabe 10. Hello to you. And welcome to all of you. Barefoot Contessa. Good evening. And welcome to you as well. Good to see some regular people. Hope your weekend's gone all right. Obviously, it's the old Monday tomorrow. And no rest for the wicked, as they say. And that includes little old me. I went to Stansted this afternoon. Had 8 people I had to get home from there. So this was absolutely stuffed full. Hello, John Harris and Sandra Winterton. Hello. And Stel Bell, Cosmic Wartoad. Good to see you all. Yeah, this vehicle was full. Eight people, got them home. And yeah, it was a bit of an interesting way up there. A load of roads shut and come back. I've got to get up at, I think, 3 a.m. I've got to take some people to Gatwick. So it'll be a slightly early night for me. Try and get a bit of shut-eye. Hello, Edgar Lee. Hope you're all right. Red Leader 2. Great to see you tonight, buddy. Yeah, you too. I appreciate it. Helen Middleton, you don't stop, Andy. Yeah, well, I'm getting a bit tired and baggy under the eye. Hello, Bon Scott. Hope you're all right. Jodie Pitt. Is that M. Sepul? M. Sepul? Sorry if I mispronounce it, but hello to you. It's wrong to say Putin is the only bad man in the war. There is another side to this story. The mainstream media is not reporting. What they're reporting, Tony, is their narrative they want people to follow, which is the same they did with the convids and the same they did with everything. Hello all. Hope we're all okay tonight. Certainly are, Anna. Hope you are as well. What do you get if you cross an elephant and a rhino? Hell if I know. Very good. Hi, Andy and Cabba Gabbers. I like that, Bridget. Hello to you. Alan Pape. Hi from Chester. John Davis, thank heavens you're keeping us moving. Brendan, how do, Andy? Not much news, just wars, lots of talking and out getting done. It's an average day, isn't it, really? Enchanted Blue, hello to you. Been a bit busy, missed the last couple of live streams. That's all right, you know, we're here all the time, so it's all good. Glad your business picking up, knackering but worth it in the end. Thank you for making time to say hi. It's good to see you, always, definitely. Doris, good evening, Andy. Nice to see you. You as well, Doris. Lorna Mackenzie, Casp Gold, you're all in here. Hello, Sharon Shooter. Good to see you. And Chrissy Williams as well. Lots of my regulars. I think I've got down all the list. The narrative is what the BBC wants it to be and feed the lie. You know, what I do, and it doesn't always necessarily come across with what I report. If I get told something and it's put in front of me, I'll check that thing here, I'll check it here, and I'll check it here. And I won't necessarily put it in front of you until I have checked things. Britain stands with Ukraine. Evening, Andy. Hello to you. Cosmic Wartoad. But who's actually winning? Oh boy, I'm NIST tonight. Are you now, Julie? I wish I was, but I'd be pissed. You can be NIST and I'll be pissed. That's cool. Hello, Julie Keys. Hope you're all right. Thank you for joining us. Why did Sainsbury's stop selling chicken Kievs? What are they going to achieve? Well, they're renaming them, aren't they, to Kievs rather than Kievs. Aggression shown to ethnic Russians by the extreme right thugs, while the Ukraine government did nothing. The Ukraine government signed up to the Minsk agreements, which would have stopped this latest disaster. Yeah, that's been referenced so many times, isn't it? Not been in, so many times. Britain stands with Ukraine. I've not been impressed with Russia's military. Been on the gin since 4 p.m. Oh, Christ, Julie. I could think of better things to get nist on. Great to see you, Lorna Mackenzie. That's Kim Alliston. Bridget, me too. I check everywhere. Then the BBC and ignore what the BBC narrative is. Well, at least the Russians had it blocked, didn't they? I've heard that there's a flour shortage on the way, DB. Well, isn't Russia one of the biggest producers of wheat in the world? I read somewhere, so that wouldn't surprise me. We better get the old cakes baking, haven't we? Anna Perkins, believe none of what you hear, what you see. Edgar Allan Poe, very, very wise. Yeah, I saw that come through, Jodie, the other Enterprise E drawing. I haven't had a chance to sit down and look at your latest yet, but I did see that in the subject. And considering old Jean-Luc Picard's back on the telly again, that's very fitting. I used to work 7 days a week and could barely remember my name at the end of the day. You're doing well, Andy. My name's Jack. Oh no, that's my son. No, I'm kidding. I get you. Cheers, Henry. Appreciate it. As long as I get enough sleep, I'm all right. Ukraine is the Russia breadbasket. Alan Edge, Tyrant Trudeau meeting Boris tomorrow. I'll have a butcher's of that. See what I think. Bring you something tomorrow. Barefoot Contessa, how you managing to get diesel, Andy? It's so short around here. We haven't had panic buying trouble down here, really. The prices are going shooting up. It's ridiculous. But we're we haven't really had panic buying trouble. Hello, Christine Ayres. Using your backup account again. Okay, this is very weird. I noticed my subscribers are on the upshoot as well, which is good. Bridget, Russia is the top wheat producer, Andy. I couldn't remember whether they were it or they were one of them. Hello, Julie Baldwin. I mean, Pakistan's gone and done a big deal with them, haven't they, for fuel and wheat, I think. Lack of Russia and Ukraine wheat harvest will affect us all by mid-June. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Well, if people start panic buying everything, like wheat products like cake and bread and crumpets and rolls and all the rest of it, we're all shafted, aren't we? You watch them do it. Ash Sarker, howdy to you. Good to see you. Joining the chat. World Economic Forum, one world government, no sides, all the play. Tony, there'll be a disaster, won't they? Won't there? And that'll be the solution. You watch. Hungary has opened its arms to Ukrainian refugees that will continue blocking cooperation with Ukraine at every European Union and NATO forum over the country's treatment of Hungarian minority. Okay. Ash Sarker, I'm literally a communist. Casbold, iodine is getting bought out fast. It helps against radiation. Julie, hygiene. Oh, my mum's here. Hello, Mum. Can't remember I said hello to you. John Harris, let's just hope Putin has not seen Spitting Image. Yeah, the first thing he'll go for is a Spitting Image factory in London, if that's still there. I remember going to see that ages ago. Gary the Dinghy Diver is in the chat. Hello to you. Hope you're all right. And we got Declan Toomey as well. Good evening to you. All the regular people. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, well, I mean, I read the news. I've been on the road most of the day, and I read the news of what's going on, and it's mainly flag bashing and threats and everything else. I mean, we've got this situation at the moment, I was reading, where the US is trying to do a deal with Poland to see them turn over their MiGs to Ukraine in return for a fresh supply of F-16s. And I think Putin's turned around and said anybody goes down that road, they're at war with. It's crazy. Most Western communists have never even visited a communist country. PJ Mosley, evening to you. Gary the boat wanker, just for you, I'll change it. Thank you very much, Mr. Boatwanker, sir. Cass Bold, Putin is old in Russian terms, way past the average Russian lifespan. What is he? 69, isn't he? Nearly 70. Chrissy Williams, eating too much, reading cake's not good for you. Paul Hutchinson, will all the Ramonas be in the front line if we go to war, seeing as they like the EU so much? What do you think about that? I know what I think. Putin is going to blow up the nuclear plant he's captured and blame Ukrainian neo-Nazis. Yeah, I read earlier they were bombing another one or shelling another one. It's crazy. Andy, you were one of the few that says my second name right. I'll tell you for why, Declan. I used to go to school with a guy called Carl, and his surname was Toomey. It was spelt differently to yours, but it just sounded the same, so it's natural. Tom O. Thompson, hello to you. Glad you're here. Welcome to the chat. Who else we got? I've just had some kind of update in there about Russia, but I missed what it said. It was another thing on my phone. Tony, governments in the world has a secret government behind it who run the show. Tony Blair's introduced the investor visas, referred to as the golden visas. Yeah, that plank was in the news, wasn't he? Sir Tony of the Blair, telling us that he thinks it might have been a mistake or an error of judgment to do what he did all those years ago. Well, whoopee shit, Tone. Thank you very much. Now fuck right off, is what I say to that. I see Thornbury is crying for Corbyn to rejoin Labour. They desperately need to get the support of the hard left. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't want to say anything about that woman. I don't want to get sued, but yeah, enough said. Andy, my cousin Mark Ayres was on Sky News yesterday. He's gone out to fight Russia. He's former British Army. My God. Okay. Is he one of these that have dumped everything, AK-47 in hand, go and do it? There seems to be a lot of former military that are going out there to do something, and I get the impression the numbers are growing. I saw a news report as well where the SAS are training alongside other forces to formulate a rescue mission to get Zelensky out of there, but it'll only happen if he wants to get out of there. And I won't say what I read apart from that, any specifics of it, but that's in place as well. I think they're a little bit worried that he might get whacked very imminently, but we'll see. Anyway, everybody, this is my daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. Hope you're okay. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on the chat. We're up to 100 already, visitors here. I appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel as well, please consider subscribing. That would be great. And there are other ways you can support us on social media and everything as well, so check those out. And we got Diane Abbott in the house. Hello to you. I can tell if it's the real Diane Abbott. Please tell me what 2 + 2 is, and we'll be able to tell if that's really you or not. PJ Mosley, good for all ex-British Army who go out to fight that murderer. Yep. Zulu, hope you're all right. I've been doing pirouettes around the M25 all day. It's been a long one. Bloody hell, I think I found my mojo, Box Tapper says. Declan Toomey, smash the like button. Angie Etheridge, hello to you. Welcome. Edgar Lee, Lorna McKenzie, good luck to the lads out there in the army. Tony Whitworth, wonder if Biden's investments in Ukraine are being tied. Well, that's possible, isn't it? Julie Baldwin, race to 100 likes, guys, keep them coming, and his channel a boost. Yeah, I'm home safe for now here, Zulu, but I'm on the road again. I've got to try and catch about 5 hours sleep, and then I'm off to Gatwick for another double return run. By coincidence, I watched Blair getting interviewed by a member of the public way back around 2005. and he was squirming like a little boy when questioned. There you go. Oh, it must be the real Diane Abbott. 2 + 2 = 11. That's it. It's Diane Abacus in the chat. Well. Did you hear about the Scarecrow? Got a prize? Yes, he was outstanding in his field. Nice. Finland kicked the Ruskies' arse. Yeah, they did, didn't they, when they had a go at him before? And he's tapping the war drum and talking to him again in that way. But it's not great. Biden supported the UK when the Falklands were invaded in '82. Yes, I believe he did, didn't he? That's going back some. Did you read Biden's trying to reignite the Iran nuclear deal? They'll get the bomb and use it. The captain says, yeah, I think that ship sailed, isn't it? Keith James, is Julie Baldwin with your wife, or is she married to Nightbot? No, Julie Baldwin is not my wife. I'm afraid she's promised to somebody else and lives a good couple of 100 miles away from me. My wife is in my house and currently dealing with some difficult kids that both belong to me as well. What else we got? 20 lights needed to hit. Keep them coming. Michael Castrian, hello to you. All these sanctions, yet the ones doing sanctions are still importing Russia fuel. USA imported 600,000 barrels a day when Trump had them energy independent. Yeah. Speaking of Trump, did you see the article I saw? I think he was joking, but he said the best way to sort out Ukraine and stop them doing stuff there is get a load of F-35s, put red stars on them, and go bomb the shit out of Russia. Make them think China did it and let them have a punch up while the rest of us get on with it. I'm sure he was joking, but yeah, I stand by you, Ukraine. Love it. Julie Baldwin, I'm not the Nightbot either, Keith James. Kim Alliston, I haven't seen the Nightbot so far. I think somebody needs to say a naughty word somewhere. Kim Alliston, yes, Lorna McKenzie. It's good to see Israel support President Zelensky, as I said yesterday, menaced Jewish people in Ukraine. Did you know Putin has assassinated 150 Russian people today as they tried to escape, Andy? Yeah, I did. And this is the second time, isn't it, where they've tried to get an evacuation corridor open, and it's not worked. And the first time round, I think they were trying to use it as an excuse to, put all their forces back together. NATO should send in their troops with Ukrainian army uniforms on. That would work. Yeah, the old false flag job, isn't it? Alan Edge, Andy, helping your eyesight by typing in capitals. Laugh out loud. Oh, thank you very much, Alan. I appreciate my eyesight getting a boost. Hello, #1 fan. Good to see you. Just see your name up there. There we go. Just making sure we get everything. Hello, Steve H. Good to see you. Angela Gardner. Hello. Good to see you as well. Christine Ayres, sorry Angela, I hope you'll be okay. Tony, journalist and war correspondent, and Laurel Bonnell, who's in Ukraine. The truth is that I am close to the civilian population. What I'm saying is the Ukrainian army is bombing its own. We're not getting told everything, are we? A spamming lefty, shoes and socks. Socks and shoes. Oh, very nice. Any more? If you say underpants, I might let you get away with it. Cass Bold. PJ, I agree, doesn't make sense. Enchanted. John Harris, all the names in Russia end with offs. That's why I'm back home. What did you off? Stink Puter, Zelensky trying to draw the West into the conflict, asking for planes. Yeah, I get concerned about this, the amount of times that's... overpants and underpants, Jesus Christ. I get concerned about the amount of times we have, this no-fly zone and jets to Ukraine mentioned. It's almost like they're trying to get us used to the idea, like other stuff. And I generally hope we tread very carefully with that regard because of the trouble it will lead to. That will be a massive escalation. I said to my wife earlier, if you start getting NATO forces and Russia exchanging fire in their own name, we really are in the shit. But we'll have to see how it goes. Everything is lies these days. Question everything. Nothing is what they say. That's right, Peter Smith. You have to question everything. I think we can believe Putin has invaded Ukraine. So not all news has it's wrong. Well, yes, we have to believe that. But, we have to question some of the stuff we see because it's already been proven on more than one occasion. Some of the footage is recycled from older events. The first one that springs to mind is that woman at the beginning with all the bandages around her head. That was from a gas explosion a few years ago, wasn't it? So we have to be mindful. But welcome to the new people in the chat that have just joined us. Please make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. That gives the old YouTube algorithm a little boost and gets everybody to find us. And if you're new to the channel as well, please consider subscribing and give us a boost there as well. Runaway train, what about the labs that the Ukraine have developed? The media doesn't talk about that, probably because it doesn't want us to know it. Ron Collins, hi Andy and everybody. The spamming lefty has just farted. Thank you very much for that. Are you? Was it? What kind was it? Was it a three-pronger or something else? You tell me. God, Jesus, spamming lefties. Whatever next. Anna Perkins. There may be activity from the air over Ukraine, but the Russians could do as much damage and more from outside the borders and from vehicles with missile launches. Well, I a loud one. I tell you what, if you've got one of these Amazon Alexa things, say to it, Amazon fart, and see what it comes out with. That's it can be quite entertaining. 100 likes, thank you everybody, appreciate it. Listen, I did a video about no-fly zones this morning where they keep going on about it. And I said to you what John Nichols said. I said to you what John Nichols said about fly zones or no-fly zones. All to do with the information he's getting about the kind of environment they're getting out there and whether it would work or not. But at the end of the day, it would put us in direct harm's way, and it's not good. Yes, Steve H, it is, isn't it? I mean, there was an article that came out about how you can switch that thing off. There's a tick in a box where you can deal with that. But whether that actually really turns it off, I mean, I've heard reports of them listening to people having sex, having arguments, and having all sorts of things. It's unbelievable. Tony Whitworth, best one I've seen, Russian ambassador to the UN. At USA is where the legitimacy elected president of the country was overthrown. I truly believe the fact to be 100% true. Okay. Yes, Hannah, the answer to Alexa is a very heavy lump hammer. Well, that works. That's the answer to a lot of things. I reckon the stubborn thing wouldn't break, would it? We haven't heard much recently about Putin's assassination list. No, we haven't, have we, Captain? We know Zelensky and his family and the Klitschko brothers were on it, but who else? Who knows? Must be terrible for what they're going through over there, your children and pets. It's, I mean, that's what you got to think, no matter what's going on in the background to this. The civilian population must be terrified. Putin has said if any country implements a no-fly zone, he will take revenge on those countries, Kim says. Yeah, he said anybody that implements that, as far as he's concerned, they're joining the conflict, and look out. Putin will be ignored very, very soon. Threats, PJ Mother. Yeah, are we going to get to a point where we're going to have to test this and say, you know, is he just threatening us for the hell of it, or would he really have the stomach to go that far? We don't know, but we don't seem to want to find out. And is it worth the risk? It's like a mad game of poker playing out, isn't it, in front of us? We just don't know. I'm waiting for Moon War 1 when they all fight over it. Yeah. Well, we got to put man on there first, haven't we? Putin needs to step, as he isn't fit to run Serbia. Peter Smith, arming civilians and forcing men to fight is the worst outcome. There was a video that came out, actually, Peter, that somebody sent me. There was a civilian walking down a street in Ukraine, and he was complaining. He said this narrative, or this process of sticking a Kalashnikov in as many hands as possible, was actually causing problems, because there was a lot of criminals that have been released from prison on the basis that they'll fight. And what they're doing, they're using this free weaponry to settle scores first. And there's an awful lot of that sort of thing going on. Test it. Who in power has the guts or the gall? Yeah, very true. Have you been watching the live cameras that are in the Ukraine on YouTube? I did watch a little bit of footage a couple of days ago, but I've not sat down and watched it consistently. Definitely not. Honesty and truth, Andy, just quickly come in. What's your opinion of alleged taxpayer-funded security for Harry when the numpty returns to UK for Jubilee? Honesty and truth, I don't think he should have it. I mean, he asked for it, didn't he? And I read somewhere that he even said that he would pay for it, which, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it was refused, and then he said he was going to sue the government because they refused him. So he seems to be intent on wasting taxpayers' money. He's worried that the security staff where he is aren't equipped to deal with the British environment. So fucking hire some new ones. It's not rocket science. You know, there's loads of ex-military veterans and qualified bodyguards over here that'll be up for the task. It's mad. Yeah, I agree with that. Number one fan. Sorry, my mistake. Just Harry now. Full metal jacket and pink tie. Yes, Alan Edge, definitely. Broke my heart last night when I saw the lady on the news who'd lost her baby. It was so sad. Yeah, I saw that, Mum, with all the loud bangs and everything. A lot of ladies being forced into premature labour, probably because of the fight. Putin is the reincarnation of Adolf. Yeah, they're saying that, aren't they? They are saying that. But, you know, he got in when? 2000? 22 years later, he's still there. That ain't a president. That's a dictator. I don't mind saying that is a dictator. Harry thinks he is something to bother with. Well, he is... Let me start that again. Harry thinks he is something to bother with. Well, he is a has-been, to be honest. Yeah, has-been. Has-been, wanna be, wasn't, hasn't been. Bugger right off. That'll do. Christine Ayres, some of the videos are so sad. A man was giving chocolate to a kid with his mum, and a bomb blew them all up. Oh, Jesus. And that was uploaded to YouTube. I'm surprised that's up. I really am surprised that's up. That should have been taken down, really. Diane Abbott, I feel sorry for your Ukraine right now. Yeah, America, 2 4-year terms and you're out. That's right, Keith James. That's really the way it should be. No one should outstay their welcome. Harry Hewitt. Yeah, I tell you, Alan, I'm not going to go too directly into that, but I remember seeing a picture of them side by side once, Charles and Harry, and I thought, they look alike, yeah, I'll go there. And then I saw the same thing, Mr. Hewitt and Harry, and I thought, ooh, but I don't think we'll ever officially let that one out. Nigel Farage has started a campaign for a referendum on net stupid. Yes, he has, hasn't he? we'll see where that goes. Whether that will end up getting any news traction or not, I don't know. Honesty and Truth. Bye, everyone. Have to go. Have a good evening. You too, Honesty and Truth. And thank you for stopping by. And see you tomorrow. Britain stands with Ukraine. Refugees are all women and children. We should accept them. Yeah, if there is genuinely conflict, right, I mean, hear me out on this one. Don't worry, I'm not like lefty or anything like that. If there's genuine conflict in a region that's where you're at the point where the civilian population can't safely stay there, then they should be helped. But they should be helped temporarily. All the while they need that help, then help them. But then the moment their own country is safe to go back to, or they're in a position to go back to help rebuild the country, send them back. That's what should be happening. Yet on the coast of Dover, we have all these divers coming in on these dinghies on a daily basis. Good 100 plus, you know, pretty much most days, sometimes a lot more. And where are they going? Will they be sent back? No, they're in the hotels. It's a backward system in this country. It really is. Putin has more enemies inside Russia than he realises. Could he end up like the Romanian president and his wife? People have had enough. Well, I think Air Zulu. Hello, the Manchester man. I think Air Zulu, you raise a very good point there, because with all of these restrictions being levied on the Russian people, are they going to realise sooner or later what the source of their problem is? And are they going to want to do something about it? That's what I'm waiting for, really. But we'll see what happens. And you wonder, is that the card that the Western governments are playing, trying to force that situation? But then he's got such an iron fist control over that country. You got to wonder. Where are we? Hi, Andy, mate. How come there's no mention at all on the news media about the convids anymore? DJ Dave said, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. There isn't, is there? It's all been swallowed. It's like they want us to be distracted by this thing, and they want to pretend that that's non-existent. It just shows you how much power the media has over our lives, doesn't it? And how much they want to stuff down our throats. But what they don't realise is little communities such as ours are waking up. And that is the truth. Looks like Christine Ayres has said something very profound. Where are we? We've taken in 28,000 angry Muslim dinghy divers each year. So why not help genuine Christian refugees? I totally agree with you. But again, it's help. You know, help them long enough while they need it, and then send them back with the skills and tools to be able to repair their own country. You know, we can't have this mass population movement all the time. It's nuts. 25 likes needed to hit 150, guys. Keep them coming. Good. Thank you, everybody. Yes, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Let's get it up to 150. That's a good target all the time. Where are we? I can't even say that word. Had control infinitum in Romania, yet still got taken out. His own inner circle had no option. Mind you, he was a complete nutcase. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, shall we? And, you know, the other thing we have to keep a close eye on as well is China and what's going on with Taiwan while we're getting distracted with all this. Just Insider, welcome from Poland, Andy. Glad to see you're getting dough with airport runs. Yeah, I've made a few quid today. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Very tiring though, but good. And there's a bit more coming tomorrow. 3 million people from Hong Kong on there. That's right. We forget about that because they got told, didn't they, if they didn't agree with what was going on over there, they could have unfettered access to Britain, come over, no problem. RAF fighter jets with deadly beast mode ability land in UK will make Putin sweat. I wonder what fighter jets they may be. Bloodnose, we're still importing Russia oil, providing we're all just talk. Yes, we are proving that. I mean, you know, they're banning Russian registered tankers from coming here, there and everywhere, but I suppose you could still import the stuff on unregistered ships, couldn't you? Moldova is apparently next. That's come up in the press a couple of times. Britain stands with Ukraine. That has. I think the Belarus president might have inadvertently let that slip the other day, and I think Putin's hinted at it a couple of times. But the whole thing's a freaking mess, and it's going to go a little bit bad. I live opposite the RAF bombing range in Lincolnshire. They're out every weekday training. It's Enchanted Blue. Yeah, that's what we've got to look for, isn't it? The telltale signs with that. The captain, we're taking 2,500 Hong Kongers per week, but at least they should fit with British culture. Oh, I've already had a good curry here, Zulu. I nipped into my local Chinese on the way home. Got myself a ruby. Very nice. Unfortunately, I couldn't wash it down with anything stronger than this because I'm back on the road in a few hours. But probably Tuesday night I'll do something about that. All good. Where else are we? The Manchester Man. I'd like the Chinese. However, they're forcing up local house prices. Yeah, we have a situation here with people from London. I mean, where I am was a reasonably deprived area, and they put a fast rail link in to connect us up to London, and they all came down here and they wanted homes near the railway stations and everything else, and they've brought money down here and a bit of love and affection for the area, and it's all wonderful, it really is. But one thing it's done is made the house prices do that in value. They're shooting up by quite a way. British men going to fight Russia are not coming home. No, they're not, Peter. You're dead right. I don't think anybody's addressed that situation. If you go over there to fight, you've got hostile intent, haven't you, towards another person, and you're not coming home. You know, it's. I assume they've accepted this when they made the decision to go. Putin loses Mount as Ukraine forces shoot down Russian fighter jet. Yeah, I saw that before I came out. Did you see that one as well with the missile that took out that helicopter? It turned it into a fireball and it crashed into the ground. I thought that, you know, the aircrew in that chopper were dead. It just looked unsurvivable, but they lived. They got them out. And they're a bit bloodied and bruised and everything, but they're actually out of there. I thought that was incredible. It was quite a thump and quite a dive down to the ground, really. Where are we? Bridget, I wonder if old RAF bases will be reopened and have more aircraft. So many got closed, didn't they, Bridget? I mean, we got RAF Manston near me, which is completely defunct now. I think the runway's knackered. There's 2 museums and a processing centre for the dinghy divers. That's about as far as it goes now. And one of the oldest air training corps squadrons in the area got thrown out of there unceremoniously. That really pissed me off, that did. Anna Perkins, they took the hell out from concealed heli out from concealed positions in the woods. That's what it looked like. Oh God, we're getting them today, aren't we? I am Angela Gardner. Okay. Let's have a look here. What's that one? Kim Alliston, good night, Angela. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Lorna Mackenzie, our forces have been completely depleted. Yeah, cuts for years and years and years. I mean, that happened in the 1930s as well, didn't it? Cuts all the time. Taxi for helicopter crew. Nice one, Alan. Might take a while. If NATO starts a war, we're all finished. He will send all hell to everyone. Yep. There was a guy on the RF Top Gun School at Anglesey are flying every day over North Wales. It's Alan Pape says that. There was a Russian on GB News. I forget his name, but he was talking about the mentality of the Russian, when it comes to combat and everything else. And, it was quite frightening, some of the stuff he was saying, how they think. And, they will bloody go to the last man. F-16 are a faster jet at climbing and more agile, laser guidance and bigger payload. Most F-16 pilots have more flying hours under their belt too. That's Michael Castor. And yeah, I mean, the F-16 has endured as a combat aircraft, hasn't it? It's one of those that's just kept being produced again and again and again because it's so versatile. It really is. While people will hear about various fighter jets being sent over the UK, more so with the present situation, still normal everyday training for our Air Force, USAF and others. Yeah, I mean we get this situation with Russia as well. They've been buzzing our coastline with their bear bombers for years, haven't they? And all of a sudden it's been made a big thing about in the media. Obviously, again, they want to suit the narrative. So, let's scare people with a bit of what's been going on for years anyway. That's what it appears to be. Runaway train. There are a few big helicopters over my back garden this afternoon. Troop carriers, not the normal small four-seater police helicopters they normally fly over. Okay, that sounds like Chinooks. Was it the big things with the two sets of rotors on them, I wonder? The F... I wonder what happened with the F-35 Air Zulu if the computer went off. Would they be able to do it? Oh, the F-15, that was a wonderful aircraft, wasn't it? Beautiful. I used to like the F-14. I don't know why. There's just something about it I like. Maybe it's because I like Top Gun. I don't know. Could you imagine our youth trying to fight? They're too busy uploading photos themselves to Instagram. Yeah. God, don't. I can relate to that very much. Yes and they were huge, grey colour. We often have the double egg beaters flying across and maybe into Shoreham. Oh, pardon me, Windy Pops. Here's a smart idea. Why can't we send F-117 stealth jets to Ukraine? That way Russia don't know what hit me. Yeah, that's an idea. I have no idea about this entire conflict, Andy. That's Acorn Andy. I like the A380, Alan Edge. Yeah, that'd be more like it. Get on it and take you somewhere hot where you can sun yourself and be relaxed for a couple of weeks. That'd be good. 2 more likes needed, please, guys. Keep them coming. Is that for the 1.5 ton, Julie? Angie Etheridge, yes, we get the Lightning jets and the F-15 from Marham in Norfolk. I went up to Marham, I think once, because my sister had a boyfriend years ago that was in the Air Force, and I can't remember whether he was a milk top, the old RAF police or what, but I took her up there to see him. Kevin Macy, please refrain from using strong language. You put great-granddad Joe in charge of the Western world. We're asking for the piss to be taken out of us. Stream lads, get lost. Hi Andy, how did the karate practice go the other night? Harry Harlow, yeah, it was great. Thank you. I'm starting to get a bit of the old flexible back and everything, and I've just got to lose a bit of the old beer belly down here now. But and I'm starting to, it's all coming back to me up here as well, which is cool. Starting to remember it all. I don't think there's much to celebrate in this world right now, Neil Wilson says. Yeah, unfortunately, you might have a point there. Oh yeah, the Tornado GR4 was a great aircraft. That was, Christine there says. Yeah, the local Manston Museum, they've got a few old aircraft in there, and they got the front end of a tornado in there, just the cockpit and the front part of the fuselage. Bill, what did you say? Can we divert dinghy divers up North Sea into the Baltic, all tied together with a message saying to Russia with love? I like it. I wonder if we could leave a little present in the dinghies as well. Yeah, that's excellent, that one. Yeah, he's not great at anything, apologies. F-15s, F-16s. Will fly on for years and years with upgrades, but warfare is more computer related. Yeah, that's right, Air Zulu. I mean, we're looking at cyber attacks and all sorts, aren't we? I flew a Tiger Moth once for an hour. That was fun. World War I plane. When I was in the Air Training Corps, we used to go up in the Chipmunks, which was the RAF training aircraft. They used to have an air experience flight up at Manston. They used to take us up there on a Sunday. Oh yeah, Iron Eagle, Cosmic War Toad, that's one of my favourite films. The whole father-son thing, but the F-16s as well, brilliant. Fireball XL5, that's an old one, definitely. You leave Streamlabs alone, Christine. You'll only hurt her feelings. Where are we? Lorna McKenzie, night Angela, take care. Yeah, good night Angela. No, thanks for stopping by. Andy, to change the subject, my mini arcade machine is back up and running. I've made a video. It's on my channel if you fancy reminiscing. Okay, I'll go have a look when I go back indoors. That'll be cool. Airwolf, yeah, that's another one I loved with the helicopter. That ended up crashing, didn't it? Years and years later, in real life, I mean. Was it sold off for use as an air ambulance or something like that, and it ended up crashing like that, or later on? But love it. I loved that. Hello to RAF Lakenheath, Supreme Herd. So yes, hello RAF Lakenheath. Yeah, I saw Firefox as well. That's Clint Eastwood. That was a great film too. I enjoyed that. Had a bit of everything: espionage, theft of a Russian aircraft, and all excellent. Lawrence of Arabia beat a Sopwith camel plane on his old Barrett Superior, which hit 110 mile an hour in the 20s. Yeah, it says a lot, doesn't it? Bridget Charleston, Knight Rider was cool too. I loved Airwolf. I like Street Hawk as well. You remember the cop on the motorbike, Jesse Mark, wasn't it? Was the main character's name. I did very much enjoy that one. Henry Kirkman. Thanks, Ian Edge. That used to be one of my passwords. Rainer fires warning shot to Starmer. Will push for next Labour leader to be female. Oh my God. Well, I hope they can add. I don't know what old Diane thinks about that. Air Zulu. I've met an American F-15 and F-16 pilot who was on a swap with the RAF and flew our Tornadoes. He felt that they were underpowered, Air Zulu says. That's interesting. Terrorhawks, Jesus, that is going back, isn't it? Peter Smith, I live 30 kilometres from Trenton Air Force Base in Ontario. Used to be on the flight path and would have the Air Force fly over my farm almost daily. Okay. Blue Thunder, yeah. They had the film first, didn't they, with Roy Scheider? And then, there was a TV series, but I'm not sure how long that lasted. But, yes, I definitely remember it. Peter Smith, I'm back in the UK now. Okay. Make me the next Labour leader, as I'm perfect for the role, except I'm a Tory spy. Nice, Christine. Mind you can't tell much difference between all of them now, can you? So you might fit in nice. Just don't say you're from China or anything, you get yourself in trouble. Christine, I'll vote for you then, laugh out loud. I think you got some votes there. Yeah, folks, this is Andy the Gabby Cabby's Daily Chat on a Sunday from the old jam jar, the car. It's nice and dark outside. Hope you're all doing okay, and please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button on here. Get the like sorted out and everything. So appreciate all of that, and you know, really appreciate all the support. £2.49 super sticker from Peter Smith. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and appreciate the support. It's wonderful. Thank you. Smokey and the Bandit, Boris. Yeah, I never really saw Smokey and the Bandit all the way through, you know. Bridget Charleston, different video. My nephew found a training video online at Falmouth from 1958, training for a nuclear attack. Interesting. Yeah, I bet. Mad Spaniel, 164 likes. Nice one, Andy. Thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah, I saw a thing which was like a simulation. It was based around a BBC broadcast where Russian and NATO forces started exchanging shots at each other, and how quickly the situation deteriorated after that. And it was very, very frightening, but it gave you the idea of what could potentially happen. It's on YouTube. It's very readily available. I think it was about half an hour, but there you go. Got to go now, Andy. See you tomorrow. Okay, Messy Cess, and thank you for popping by. That'll be cool. Send Bond. Oh, wait. No, not anymore. Yeah, you missed that boat, definitely. I don't know what we'll get next. Will we get Brooke Bond instead of James Bond? Will we get 007 3/4? I have no idea. Oh, yes, it was a radio station line in the film, Chrissy Williams says. Yeah, I've seen Hunt for Red October, John Harris. Again, it's one of my favourites. And I've read the book as well. And I think the book was pretty good. There's Zulu. We have RAF pilots flying the Dragon Lady and various skunkworks spy stuff. And if you want to see them, they can be seen down at RAF Fairford when they are here with the B-52s. Okay, I'll bear that in mind. The Rainbow Berries. Yeah, we have to be... That's the LBGQ2 lot, isn't it? Or however you say it. Out of interest, does anyone know the COVID death rate figures for today? They were all the rage a while back. Yeah, I don't give two fucks, to be quite honest. I've just not bothered monitoring that for a long time. K20, the Widowmaker, was a good bit. Was that the one with Harrison Ford in, Christine Ayres, and Liam Neeson, where they're very near nuclear meltdown of their reactor? Is that the one? If it is, I've seen it, and it's a bloody good film. I've got it indoors somewhere, if it is the one. DB Cold Kung Flu has disappeared. It certainly has. Yes. Oh God, really? Rainbow Berries. Well, somebody had to suggest it, didn't they? Yeah, it was Ford in that one, mate. Yeah, yeah, that was an excellent movie. That was. I mean, there was a story I saw a while back, where I think it was the early 80s. I think there was very nearly a nuclear missile launch from a Russian submarine. And we'd all be bloody dead now if it went ahead. But I think the commander of that submarine refused to launch and saved a lot of lives. So even if Putin said so, you wonder if that command would be obeyed, or at least get to where it's supposed to. But quite frightening, even talking about it. Red October, wonderful film. Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin. And I saw a picture, actually, the other day of the set of the Red October, the interior, the bridge. Zippy, Bungle and George. Hi, Andy. Hello. You forgot Jeffrey. Craig Bryan, have you seen Red Heat? I have. Was that Jim Belushi, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is that the Red Heat you mean? Yeah, going back to Red October, I saw a picture of the set of the bridge of the Red October. It's all a complete built, and it was on a gimbal so they could move it. And they put it on one side, and they got Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin standing there kind of over like this. Flick Vault on YouTube as some good older movies. Okay, I'll have a look at that. I'm always on the lookout for sources of other things. It's all right, I've not got the convids. My throat's just drying out a little bit. Toenails on toast. Hello, guy. I wonder where you've been. Are we to rely on Jeffrey, Bungle, Zippy and George with those rainbow berets? That would work, wouldn't it? I saw an episode recently, can't remember, the Twilight Zone. Elon Musk disable all the Tesla cars in Russia. Jesus. The people I dropped off earlier, they've got a Tesla car, and apparently they can control it on their mobile phone, and it had the bloody mirrors going, the lights flashing, the radio making noises and all sorts. Crazy. Turns out, Andy, the missile alert was caused by a rare weather phenomenon. The Russian commander refused to retaliate because he knew something was wrong. He was sacked. That's the one, Mad Spaniel. Yes. Yes. Very much so. I remember that. And just think, if he'd have obeyed, it would have been sayonara. If you use a VPN and set it to the US, YouTube has tons of old movies with ads. Okay. I might have a look at that. Stanislav Petrov is the Russian who determined the US launch was false news. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I love all those military stories like that, just the little things that come out. Would we still get a 3-minute warning? Well, you'd like to think with modern tracking technology we'd get a little bit more than that, but the problem is, by the time that warning was disseminated to us, it might be most of the way here. Yeah, he asked why US would only launch 5 nukes and not all 7,000. Yeah, don't make sense, does it, that? Lorne Mackenzie, Buggy, I used to watch Rainbow. There's a great clip going round with Bungle, George, Zippy and Jeffrey on there that they've got, and it's innuendo. It's got to be fake, but it's just complete innuendo, and it's hilarious to watch. I think, again, that's on YouTube somewhere around it, and that makes me laugh how they cancel some stuff and not other stuff. It's incredible. Woke Tank, Pink Panther. Yeah, excellent, Alan. Hugh Pugh, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dribble, and I said dribble, didn't I? Dibble, I mean. Bev Berry, do we have air raid sirens here in the UK still? No, I don't think we do, Bev. I think any we do have are probably museum pieces, but I think they got decommissioned years ago. We did have an emergency broadcast system, which I think also got decommissioned, and as far as I'm aware, they're working on some kind of electronic broadcast system that's supposed to be commissioned this year, and I know they tested it in a couple of places in the UK just to check the viability of it and send things out to people. It's so scary, I'm thinking of cleaning out the cupboard under my stairs, my mum says. Yes. Well, they say get to the densest part of the house. I think that was the advice at the time. If you have a Roku stick, there are hundreds of free channels on it. Was that the banana episode of Rainbow? Was that the one? But it was hilarious. Chrissy, the divorced first wife, who has 2 kids with and remarried, meant to have fathered, and now by girlfriends. Might as well stop paying your bills. Yeah, what are they going to do? Keith James, tinkle those YouTube algorithms and thumbs up. Only 30 to 200. Wow, we're getting some good likes tonight. Appreciate that, everybody. We'll probably get a 3-minute text message. Yes, we don't do swearing in the chat. I might swear every now and again, but we try not to do swearing. I think Nightbottle, Julie, or Streamlabs jumps on it if it comes up, unless you put a few stars in the right places. I've said the story before, but my old man was stationed in Germany, being the 60s, And he always told the story that they would get a warning or an amount of time where they would have to be to their place. But by the time they got that warning, a lot of their time to actually get to where they're going would have been gone. So it's not good. Disguise bad language or use foreign versions. Merde. Will that do? Merde. It's the only one I do. Oh, you got the old Malacca as well, haven't you? That's Greek for, yeah, I know. Lorna Mackenzie, what have you said to me, mum? Jean, it'll be the safest place if you don't have a basement. Yes. Malacca, that's it, Anna Perkins. I went to university with a load of Greek people, and I'll leave you with this thought. And I listened to them in conversation, and they were all talking, and they were all saying Malacca to each other. And yeah, Clint is a good one, Helen Edge, definitely. I went up to him and I said, "Excuse me," I said, "why are you calling each other a Malacca? I know what it means." And they said, "Oh, we're saying like hello, mate, hello, friend," that kind of thing to each other. I said, "Well, what if I said Malacca to you?" He said, "I'd punch you in the face." Malacca's basically a rude word, you might have guessed. But anyway, folks, thank you for joining me. I'm going to wrap it up now. So I need to get to bed. I'm off to Gatwick again about 3:30, so I need my beauty sleep. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to everybody that's hit the like button on the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please do so on your way out. And yes, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. My apologies if I haven't got to your comments. I try my best to read everybody's, but they kind of fly by at a rate, so it can be hard sometimes. We have other things on the channel, like links and stuff you can check in the description underneath, and you can go off to other places. We've got a Getter account as well. We managed to hit just over 100 likes on that and climbing, so appreciate that. And if you're on the others like Facebook, Twitter and all that old caper, would appreciate you stopping by there as well. And we're working on a website to try and get our stuff promoted a little bit more, so that's all good. Anyway, folks, I'll leave it there. There'll be more content and another live stream tomorrow when I get my arse out of bed after the night's work. Until then, I bid you toodaloo.